is we're coming down Interstate 80, and when you finally look up and it's nice and bright, you'll see the 4 flags that are standing up there. And it brings a very joyous occasion within ourselves to say, yes, we were the ones that did that, to be able to keep them flying. But it also reminds us that a lot of our soldiers and sailors and Marines and airmen have died for that cause.
When I see those flags, I immediately start to get choked up, sometimes teary-eyed. It's almost really hard to explain how important they are and what they mean.
Seeing those flags here in Princeton, when you're coming back from a trip and you get to Princeton and you see the flags, you know you're home.
It took almost 2 years to complete all of the engineering, getting the flags installed, and then we had a large ceremony in 2005, and we raised all of the flags at the same time. We actually had the Illinois Army National Guard, aviation units brought Black Hawk helicopters up. We had groups of military, National Guard, and reserves as well, and we raised them all at the same time, and it was just magnificent, and it was very, very touching.
I think the flag represents everything that's within all of us that are patriotic and have a love for our country. You know, you look through all the years of everybody that has fought for this country, and every single one of them has had the same thing with them, is they want to see a country that's free. They want to see a country that is very well respected through everybody. And I also believe that not only did we fight for that flag, but we also fight for the love of our country in general and for our families.
People that are on the Flags of Freedom Committee take a vacation, and they'll run into people while they're on vacation. They'll get asked where you're from. And they say Princeton, Illinois, and they'll say, well, I'm sorry, I don't know where that is. Well, they were asked, do you know where those 4 big flags are on Interstate 80? And of course they say, yeah, absolutely. We love those flags.
An individual called, and he was from Iowa, and his son was with him, and his son was like 9 years old. And he said, I just can't tell you how much it meant to me and my son to see those flags flying. And just the thought of what everyone went through to be able to have those where they are today. And it's very overwhelming.
We actually receive letters from people, commonly from truck drivers that are traveling across Interstate 80. And we get a letter from them thanking us over and over again for keeping the flags flying.
A lot of people don't realize what goes into even raising a flag, lowering a flag, getting them repaired, the cost to maintain the flags, and what we call to keep them flying. And that's what we want to do 24/7 to honor our veterans. It's quite a challenge, and we look at fundraising to raise money. We look at donations. We also look at what we have, an annual sponsorship program.
Last year, we changed out 32 flags. If we had to buy 32 new flags every year, that would get the costs up considerably.
It takes a lot of work to be able to raise those funds, and the flags cost a lot of money. And when we go through 12 to 16 flags a year, and that's only because we end up repairing the flags that are damaged so that we can still use them by purchasing a sewing machine and having some of our staff actually fix those flags so we can keep on flying them until they're no longer in use.
Somebody made a comment to me years ago, was one of the worst things you can do to a veteran is forget them. By having these flags displayed like this, we intend to try and remember all of our veteran friends that are still here and those that sacrificed their lives for our country.